I promoted my upcoming interview, my next guest on my Facebook page. A lot of the young girls were going, "Whoa, whoa, we want to see it. Who is she? What?" Because you know, a lot of our beauties on the island want to learn more about the industry, and I think the key thing is they want to know, how can I break into this industry? What do I got to do? Is this just for 6 feet beauties, or if I'm 5 feet, can I make it? Well, listen, I've got a lovely Caribbean beauty with me this morning. She was born in Suriname, and she has, my goodness, such a multicultural background. And she's so gorgeous. I know my cameramen, I know they're gonna try to stay focused right now. But it's great to have special guests on the program representing various Caribbean islands. And today I have Rachel Ritfeld-Francis with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Grenada again.
Thank you so much.
Because this is your second time.
My second time, yes.
Second time. How's it this time around?
I love it. I love the island. Last time I was on the other side of the island, so I didn't get to travel so much. I was alone with my baby, so I didn't want to drive for a very long time. I was like, just put her on a beach with a bucket and a spade. Everybody's happy.
I know.
And so, so this time I get to see more, and I love it.
Good. And it's good to have you back. And this time you're just basically having a nice family getaway.
Yeah, definitely. My husband was away on business for about a couple months, the longest we'd ever been apart, so we needed a little family time.
Definitely. Rachel, you have, actually before we proceed with this interview, I really want to say a special thank you to another little lady who has Grenadian roots and who's actually put me on to you. She was my link, Kareed Clement, who's based in the UK. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for hooking me up with Rachel. And I really had to say a special thank you to her before I forget. Rachel, you have an incredible portfolio. I know you're mainly an ex-model. You've done a lot, from music videos to catwalk shows to editorials, the whole 9 yards. Tell me about your experience as a model, and how old were you when you actually did when you had your first gig, so to speak?
Well, actually, as a baby in Suriname, I started with a few photo shoots, but my mom was sent to Belgium to work on the embassy there from my country. That's when I really started. When I was 15, my mom said, "You have to do good in school. If you do good in school, I'll give you some freedom." So I thought, okay, look, here's my report card. Can I go? And so I had my first photo shoot when I was 15 for L'Oreal.
Wow.
And it was great, you know, and I went to England to go to university, and I wasn't in London, I was a little bit out, but every day took my pictures in my backpack on my way to London, and agency to agency, and all the top agencies said, "No, you're too cute. We don't want cute, we want edgy and a hard face and hard features." And I'm like, well, this is all I got right now. So, but I didn't give up, I kept going, and I'd had a great career, you know. I went all over the world. I've done every aspect of the modeling, and I loved it. I really did.
Tell me about your experience with your first photo shoot. What was that like for you?
I'm trying to remember what that was. I can't remember what that was.
I thought I was the only one with my memory giving problems here today.
My first experience, well...
What about L'Oreal? Did you do any sort of, let's say, photo shoot sessions for L'Oreal?
Yeah, that was my very first job. At that time, I was 15, so I'm just trying to figure it out. So I was very shy at the time. Very, very shy. I would just sit there and just play with my hair, and I'm like, okay, do I go stand there now and smile for the camera? But as years pass on, you get more confident, and the older you get as well. I was always very shy as a girl, so it took me a while to break out of my shell, you know. So, but when I did, it was great.
It was, the rest is history, like they would say. Have you ever, I mean, in that industry, there, oh my goodness, there's so many women who make it, who don't make it, who are names that's going to be stuck in our minds forever, like the Naomi Campbells and the Tyra Banks. Did you have any one of those strong supermodel type women inspired you to just go get it?
I'd say there's many different models, and not even necessarily models, but from actresses to just great women, you know, that I look up to. And I'd say that from my experience, I mean, I've been around so many models and so many girls who have longer legs and thinner shapes and better features and all the better features, you know, it's personal taste. But I'd say what gave me my drive and what gave me my success is my determination. It was like I wanted unique marketing strategies within my career. I wanted to try things in my region, in my pond that people hadn't done before.
Right.
And that, I think, set me apart from everybody else. I didn't just, oh, I got a booking tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you at 8, you know, and just show up. I'm like, no, who's going to be there? I have a plan together. It's like, okay, I know what I want to get out of this, because it's not about today's shoot. It's about the next one. It's about what's going to come after that, and all the achievement that's just roll on after that. So there was always a bigger picture to keep in mind. And I'd say that that was my strength in my career.
You answered that. Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
You've worked for some impressive folks. I mean, you've gotten featured for, let's say, Rockaware. We just mentioned L'Oreal. What would you say was your biggest job ever?
My biggest job, well, people tend to say biggest with highest paycheck. You know, so I mean, there have been a few that have been really, you know, good. But the ones I've enjoyed most, I mean, just the things that people always ask me about. You know, I did a music video for 50 Cent and Justin Timberlake. You know, like people always ask me about that. You know, like there's loads of there's loads of stuff like that. You know, I was the face of Damon Dash's watch range, Teray. You know, loads of lingerie stuff for big brands, and you know, a catwalk for Vivienne Westwood and Jean Paul Gaultier, and just really great things at the time that I think that, you know, that helped develop my career. So it was good. Yeah.
And yet again, you answer very strategically, not actually saying the biggest one, but saying, hey, I love them all. They were all so good.
But I love to travel. That was my, you don't even have to pay me. If you're going to send me somewhere beautiful, I was like, can I bring a friend? Let's just go. Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to mention something here now. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. Voted one of the hottest women to ever wear a bikini by Fashion TV. How come we never see in Victoria's Secret, girl?
I don't know. I lived in London, and that was a statement pre-baby body.
Oh, behave.
Pre-baby body. You know, it was great. It was.
How
great
did you feel when that, you know, that title was bestowed upon you? Wow.
It felt nice. It
pressured.
Felt nice. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah. I did feel pretty pressured, because you don't always have good days. You know, like you have days where you just want to just come out of the house, put a t-shirt on and put shoes on. And those tend to be the days that people go, what's wrong? Are you sick?
I know, right? Like they expect you to parade in a bikini and heels, even
like,
when you're going to the grocery, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, there have been times where you would literally be like, you are not leaving the house like that. My girlfriend was like, did you look in the mirror before you left the house today? And so, yeah.
Wow. But that's pretty awesome. I mean, one of the hottest women to ever wear a bikini. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Now you're talking about pre-baby body and all of that. Did you feel that you had to work harder to regain your body after baby?
I wasn't so focused on that, to be honest. I mean, I had a pretty tough time with my pregnancy. Very early, within 3 weeks of me being pregnant, I found a tumor in my belly. So to me, my whole pregnancy experience was survive. And I just want to come out of this on top. I want my baby to be okay. So I just wanted to be out of that mindset of pretty, you know what I mean? I wanted to, it really became about what really mattered. I mean, people always say things happen to you to challenge you, to show you that there's more to the world and to life than a little bubble.
I believe
and at the time, my career was everything. It was everything. So when all this happened to me, I felt like, you know, this is where I become a woman and where it becomes about what really matters. And family is what really matters.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
let's talk about family. Let's talk about Suriname. I know you said you grew up in Belgium. How much time did you have in Suriname before leaving?
I moved to Belgium when I was 10.
Right.
So quite a big part of my childhood was there. And I went every year for a holiday to Suriname. I love my country. It's great. So I still have a lot of extended family there. So I really enjoyed it.
Tell us a little bit about Suriname.
Suriname, it's hot like Grenada.
Oh, yeah.
With no breeze.
Oh, gosh.
So you just stick the whole day in terms of weather. But we have loads of different cultures there. You know, we have Indians and Indonesians and black people and Indian people. And so it's just so nice to grow up amongst all these different cultures, you know.
Yeah.
So for my daughter to have a roti and then have some bami, to have the food and the look and all those things. So it's really, really nice.
Great.
Yeah.
I know you have a soft spot for charities.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the charities you've actually been involved in.
Well, I've always been a supporter of breast cancer research because my grandmother passed away of breast cancer before I was born. So I've always supported that. But just there's other things that have been very close to my heart. I went for a few weeks to South Africa to volunteer in a children's HIV orphanage just before I got married. And it was a wonderful experience. It's so eye-opening to just what really matters in the world.
Yeah.
I was a spokeswoman for the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust, you know, because if a person of white heritage has leukemia, there's a 1 in 5 chance of them finding a donor.
Right.
But for someone of Caribbean heritage, it's near impossible. It's because we're so mixed. There's so much going through our veins.
True.
So I felt that was very important to inspire people to give blood, to go on the donors list, and just, you know, try and help where they can.
Yeah.
So that was very close to my heart for a long time, definitely.
Great.
Yeah.
Describe yourself. I mean, we know you have all this extensive experience with fashion industry, and we're going to be talking soon about television as well, because I know you've actually been involved in radio, and hopefully we get to see your face on the big screen. Will we?
I did do a film in London. It was an independent film. I really enjoyed the experience. It was really, really fun. It was great, yeah. I've done quite a lot of different TV shows. I had a show for MTV for a while, and I did 2 seasons on Project Catwalk in the UK with Kelly Osbourne, which was really good. So I enjoy it. I love it.
What do you like? What is downtime like for Rachel?
Downtime now is trying to catch 5 minutes of sleep before my baby realizes that I shut my eyes. That's downtime now. But I love anything pamper related. Like if just massage my hand, I'll just fall asleep.
Yes.
Literally anything like that. I love anything pampering related. So I really love that. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit. I know you've had quite a traumatic experience with your pregnancy. You spoke about it just a few minutes ago. But tell me about the high points of motherhood for you.
The high points of motherhood, it's just my baby is so great. She's just smile on her face, and I don't know. I mean, obviously every mother feels like this, but I didn't have any expectations, you know, going into it, but it's just nice to have her just figure out things for herself and give me kisses all day, and we go shopping and she goes, "Mommy, this is cute." She's not even 2 yet. "This is cute." And when I say, "Baby, do you like this?" No.
Yeah, she's a fashion girl already.
Like, no, I like that.
It runs in her veins. One of the questions I really have to ask you, Rachel, is, ever considered Miss Universe prior to becoming a mother and being married and all that?
I would have loved to be able to represent Suriname. I really would have. Yeah, now I tend to start very young, so and I don't think you're allowed to be married with children and all of that. But yeah, I would have loved to.
Yeah, because I know, and I saw the images. Compliments, Kareed. The first thing that came to my mind, pageant. Wow, she has to have done a pageant. She had to have done a pageant before,
you know. A long time ago.
You did.
I Miss Reggae Gold 2007, but don't tell anyone.
Okay. Well, now that it's out, I won't tell them.
I'm just joking.
I know. What would you say, Rachel, is one of the, most eye-opening experiences for you with everything that's happened in your career? Something that really made you open your eyes?
I'd say there's a lot of things to look out for young girls who are going into the modeling industry, because it's very important to be very clued up. I've done quite a lot of work all over the world, and sometimes I see very young girls, 15, 14, and they don't eat anything. Like literally we're spending the whole day doing photo shoots, and one spoonful of rice goes on their plate at the end of the day when I'm about to faint, So these things I think are very dangerous at times, so it's very important to stay centered and to have someone, for your parents not to just send you away, and just be aware that there's a bigger picture, because some people are willing to do anything to make that happen, and and the drive is good, but health is more important.
It's so important.
So yeah, those things definitely have to be looked out for.
Yeah.
And safety, because not every person you will ever meet will have the best intentions.
So true.
So always make sure you're in a safe environment with lots of people, you know, when you're traveling abroad, especially for work, is important.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I mean, in the media now, a lot of the weight issues are, you know, they've been there before, but now I think they're resurfacing, and in such a harsh way, because you look at these girls and you're like, my goodness, is she like 2 pounds? You know, that kind of thing. It's really scary.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of, we're looking at some fabulous images, by the way. A lot of agencies now are trying to, you know, represent something different and that sort of thing. In terms of, I know you've relocated back to your lovely homeland of Suriname.
Yeah.
Tell me about moving back to Suriname. What's the experience like for you? It's a whole new ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole new. I think I was ready to leave London for a little while now.
Yeah.
Winter doesn't agree with me.
Yeah.
You don't want to speak to me from October through to March. Just don't bother trying to speak to me. So I was looking forward to moving to the sun, and I wanted my baby to grow up outdoors and just be free. So it's been really good, you know, because I grew up more with my mom, and my dad's family is still in Suriname, and I really wanted to get to know them a little bit better, and just know where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's been really good so far.
Good. You speak 6 languages, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I know Marlon is like, oh. All right. So enlighten us. Which ones do you?
I grew up with Dutch.
Right.
So Dutch is my first language, and Surinamese. It's what we speak in Suriname. English, I speak English better than any of the others. Yeah, I stutter really badly in all my languages. English is not so bad.
Right.
And French, German, and Dutch, French, English, French, German. I studied Latin for like 5 years in secondary school, and also Japanese for a few years, although I don't remember much of it.
Wow.
But I am quite natural. I'd say that is my talent. That is my talent, definitely, because I can't do a British accent to save my life. But you put me in a remote village in Poland,
and you'll be fine.
I will pick it up like within a matter of days.
You know
literally.
what's really interesting is that prior to us connecting and doing this interview, I did some little digging, checked out some videos that I saw online with you, and I'm like, there's absolutely nothing British about her accent, you know, and I picked up that. Yeah. And I was like, isn't that just cool?
Well, you know, because a lot of folks American every year.
Well, that's true.
And I don't know why. I've never lived in America.
I don't know. Have you been exposed? Well, I mean, you've traveled a lot. You've traveled so much that I guess it's hard for certain things to stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no answer for that. I have no answer for that.
Okay, so I'm sure we all, including our viewers, say anything to us in your native Suriname language.
In Surinamese or in Dutch?
Suriname. Well, what's the difference? I mean, you have more of a dialect. Suriname. Oh, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah, it's quite close to. There's some patois influences. Some I don't speak patois, so I don't know what the info. But people always say that there is. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
You want me to say something, don't you?
Yeah, I
do. Okay, I'm gonna stutter.
I know, if you're a little rusty, that's okay. We understand. We understand.
Okay. Well, I have a little game that I play with my daughter where we go, I take her hand and I go, pingi pingi kasi, mi pota brede ja, mi pota kasi ja, and alata waka waka waka, ting-a-ling-a-ling. So I tickle her with that. And then I translated it. I know, it's crazy. I translated it for a friend the other day. Stinky, stinky cheese. You put the bread here, you put the cheese here, and then the rat comes walking over.
Oh, I heard the waka waka thing, and I'm like, straight up, I thought of that Shakira song, waka waka.
Oh, yeah.
No,
this is a little
cheese.
Nursery rhyme from Suriname that always stuck, and when I translate it, people just laugh.
It works, and it's cute. So what about Dutch?
What did you
Dutch.
say?
Could you say anything?
Dutch, ja. Ik ben in Suriname geboren. Ik woon in Paramaribo met mijn man en mijn dochtertje. En het is leuk.
Okay, so what did you just say?
I live in Suriname. In the capital is Paramaribo with my husband and baby. And we love it.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
You want to learn Dutch, don't you? Yeah, I know. I know. Rachel, you're such a free spirit and so down to earth. I got to tell you that. I got to tell you that. Have you ever experienced being starstruck, having a starstruck moment?
My most embarrassing
bring it on.
ever. I've met a lot of people. You know, I've always been around the music industry, around acting or whatever. I've always been cool and fine. I'm like, okay, no, this is there. He's going to be there. She's going to be there. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But when I absolutely lost my mind is when I came from America and we're standing in the immigration queue and I think that's Steven Spielberg in front of me.
Oh my God!
I break out in sweats. I break out in sweats. I'm like, oh my God, it's Steven Spielberg. How do I not make a complete embarrassment of myself? I'm like, so I'm sitting there going.
I know the guys are probably waiting to hear you say, you know, David Beckham
Oh no,
or Brad
I've
Pitt.
met all of them. I've met all of them.
And it never had that effect.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven had it.
I have to go at the desk where he went, you know, so I could read the little. You have to fill out a little form and go make sure it's Steve. So I can run after him and just hold him.
Oh.
That's the only time where
I think I'd probably be like you too, you know. That's cool.
It's cool. Not cool.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just that people expect you, Marlon.
I have no idea, but I don't think so.
So you're really not 100% sure if it was Steven.
I have no idea.
But
no.
it looked like Steven.
It looked like him, yeah.
It was probably Steven. It was probably Steven.
Yeah.
When people meet you, let's say for the first time, I mean, what's one of the first things they would ask you? We actually see some lovely photos of you and your pumpkin.
Oh, she's a natural model, by the way. We
I
had a
told
photo
you,
shoot
it's
recently,
in her veins.
and she's like turning around, posing to camera, over the shoulder, on the floor, rolling around. I'm like, seriously, get up, get up.
Rosalia, right?
That's my baby.
This was from your feature complex.
Yeah, it's our magazine cover when she was 6 months
Very lovely.
old. Yeah.
Are you gonna have
That's
more?
her in Grenada when we were here last year.
I saw that photo and I was like, oh, that's a lot like our beach.
Yeah, it is. That's up north, the Petite Anse, I think
Yes.
it was. Yeah. She loved it. Chasing the waves, throwing sand on me. She loves tennis and anything sports related.
Too
so
precious.
Give
too
her a
precious.
racket and a ball. She's happy to go. She's 11 months here.
Oh.
My baby.
I was just asking, you think you're gonna have more?
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to. I think every time she gets a cold.
This is your husband. I'm
My
sorry.
husband? Yeah,
Yes.
no, go ahead.
Ex-footballer, soccer player?
Yes,
Yes.
ex-football, David Francis. This is
Yes.
our Indian wedding. My
'Cause your mom?
My grandma's a Hindu priest.
Ah.
So she came from Suriname to do this ceremony.
Very lovely.
And yeah, he looks very dashing in his suit.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And this is our big white wedding
Yes.
in London.
Tell me about your relationship with your husband. I mean, a lot of men are like, whoa, she's in a swimsuit, woo, cat calls, this and that and the other. You know, most people say you got to have a really strong, supportive and understanding husband who can just blow off the comments and like, man, oh, well, that's what she does and she loves it and that's my wife. So let's talk about your support system from your husband.
My husband is so confident
Yeah.
that if anybody tries anything or says anything, he's just like, he doesn't even pay any attention to it. And so sometimes I get a little bit like, look, he's talking to me.
Yes.
Do something, get jealous a little bit. He just doesn't get jealous at all. So that's never really been an issue for us at all. I wish it was sometimes.
And it's a sort of reassuring kind of,
I like that little bit of like a caveman attitude of like my woman.
Of course, of course. Say that again.
No.
That was very Caribbean-ish right there. My woman. Fantastic. So we're going through some more of your images. Tell me about your experience on set for that independent film. What was that like for you?
It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. This actual picture is at my launch party for my calendar. I had a calendar out and we had quite a lot of press around it, did a little tour around the UK and went to Holland as well to promote that. So I was very proud of that because that was my baby, you know, like I put everything together myself and it was very personal to me. Good. So I really enjoyed that.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, looking good there.
Yeah, I want to look like that again.
Oh,
it's been a long time.
Saying that. Stop saying that.
I'm just kidding.
Stop saying that. Are you, I mean, I'm assuming here that you're not just saying that this is past Rachel here. I mean, what are your plans for the future?
I would say that the modeling probably is past Rachel. It was an aspect of my life that I loved and embraced. And moving forward, I would like to be a counselor. You know, I enjoy talking. I enjoy helping people. I mean, I have a history of depression, so not anymore. I did a lot of work on that for myself, and I would like to help other people who suffer from similar things, you know, like just to show them there's greater things out there. There is more to life than that, you know, and for people who have never experienced it, it's very hard to understand. So for me to talk to someone who's never been depressed, that, oh, you're such a drama queen, and that is very painful for someone who, you know, to me, that's very real, you know. So I would definitely like to explore that side a lot more. And yeah, just to show my baby, Mommy can do everything, man. Let me show you. Let me show you.
I agree, girl power. I so agree. I so agree. In terms of advice, I know we touched on this just a little for the young women, because I know when I put this interview up on YouTube, and a lot of these young women, they're waiting patiently to see it if they've missed it now because we're live. But advice, you know, because we're considered to, we're in a small island and things are really not that brisk here, so to speak. Our market is extremely small, and a lot of them would love to take the next step to being discovered, to getting noticed. What is it that you would advise them to firstly do in order to jumpstart their careers in the modeling?
I think I wouldn't worry so much about the Grenadian market to be small. I would make the most of it, you know, like any start is a good start, you know, just start with it. Because even when you go to London, you cannot walk on the street without bumping into a few models here and there. So here your market may be small, but there your market and your competition is very big. So if you are top of your field here even, to be top of something, anything, is a good thing. Then it'll always grow from that. You know, so don't worry about, oh, I have never been on the cover of Vogue. I've never been on the cover of Vogue, but I've done a lot of other great things. You know what I mean? And I embrace that, you know, and in my field, I felt like it was great. I'm happy with what I achieved. And don't ever feel like this is not good enough because I want that. I'm like, the more you focus on this one thing, you're missing out on all these other things here that are equally fulfilling in a completely different way. So start with that, start making the most of here, and then look at what are top agencies in the Caribbean and go visit them, get some advice from them. Because if you meet someone who believes in you, that will make it happen. That will send you where you need to go, and that will make it happen. It is the hardest time, I'd say, in history to be a model because people look good, you know. Everybody wants to be a model, you know. So it's very hard to make it, you know. But just believe in what you stand for and keep going for it.
You never know. You just never know. So Rachel, what would you like to leave behind in terms of your legacy when you have moved on to that place we never like to talk about?
Which is
what
where?
Would you like? Sorry.
Which is where? What's this
when
place?
you're long gone off the planet.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
I tried to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
Okay, but I confused you in the process, so I'm so sorry. Because you know we never like to talk about that time when it's going to be our time. But when you're gone, what sort of legacy would you like to leave behind?
I think what's most important to me and nearest to my heart is to know that and feel like I have been the best mother and the best wife that I could have been. And I gave that 100%. Everything else is great, and there's so much I want to do. There's so many things I'm very passionate about, but my heart and my grounding is within my family. And our little family, just the three of us, means everything to me. And I want to make that a success. And I'm not so interested in what title that will give me. I'm not so interested in getting anything for that except my own satisfaction that I gave that 100% always. So
if you had to describe yourself in a word or two or three, what would those words be?
Well, in terms of my personality, I'd say I'm very vulnerable as a woman. I'm very feminine, and I'm very dedicated to what I believe in. I'm a loyal person, you know, so I think I'm happy with that.
Yes, fantastic. It was truly an honor.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Chatting with you. And we're going to be in touch.
Definitely. And good luck with your baby.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And hugs and kisses to that beautiful little girl of yours.
You.
And